Redford, Michigan, and I'm here representing the Defend Black Voters Coalition. As you know, the Defend Black Voters Coalition is here to take back our power. Michiganders suffer the highest electric rates in the Midwest and the worst power outages because our regulators and our lawmakers have too long worked for the utilities and not for the people. Now, those same two utility companies that take our money every single month and can't keep our electric power on are giving our money to extremist politicians that are trying to take the political power of Detroiters, and this won't stand. We are taking back our power, and it starts by making sure that our public officials are working for us. And you can show us that you're working for the people by one, denying DTE and consumers energy another rate increase this year while the people are hurting and utilities are coming off of windfall profits. And two, by holding public hearings on these two rate cases as a general practice. Now, commissioners, we appreciate that the commission has asserted that it values community engagement, and we do really appreciate you coming to Detroit. But the people were not born yesterday. Speaking at the end of a public meeting is not the same as an official public hearing on the rate case. We asked for an official public hearing for the DTE rate case so we could have a meaningful process to get our voices on record in a way that you have to engage with in your decision to raise our rates. And you said no. And not because you can't, but simply because you don't. So which side are you on, Reds? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, Reds? Which side? Who wanted you to stay woke, but they declined to hear the people chose not to rock that boat. So tell me what side are you on? What will it be? Will you decide to hold public rate case hearings when it comes to DTE and consumers energy to hear the people? It's not a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
It's kind of the idea.
All right, so we typically don't respond to questions. I will in this case, because I'm saying. We have said, I think you know that, I think we are trying to figure out how best to do this engagement, and it's sort of, it's something that we haven't done a lot before. This is the first time that we've had a meeting outside of Lansing since I joined. And I think it goes back a lot further than that. We have done and are planning to continue to do public hearings on the long-range planning cases, including the BTE. We had one a couple of years ago downtown. They are expected to file in October, and we're planning to do one there. We have heard you in in terms of that the rate cases are as important, maybe more so in terms of the immediate impact. We've never, as far as I know, had a public hearing on a rate case. That doesn't mean we can't. No, it doesn't mean we can't, and I think it's something that we're actively considering, and we're trying to figure out how to balance sort of the bandwidth and a number of other things. But we do hear too. I think we want to go back. It's fairly late in the process on this one. The briefs were filed literally yesterday. Doesn't mean that it's done, as you know, but it is fairly late. So I think we're trying to figure out what to do in this case, and I think we're trying to figure out how we can do better in terms of public engagement on a going forward basis as well. And so I want to sort of make room for the other commissioners if you want to respond more than that. But so. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I need to unmute myself. So I think we need to take this back and see if there's more that we can do in this particular case. I think on a going forward basis, we want to do more, and this isn't a one-off that we're here. But sort of where we are in this case, it is pretty late. It doesn't mean that we couldn't find a way to do it, and it certainly doesn't mean that we can't do it going forward. I think that was the sort of eye-opening thing for all of us, is that we have held public hearings on long-range planning cases because we thought it was really important to get public input on those long-range electricity plans. What we're hearing is some force that it's as important to get that input on rate cases because of the immediate impact. So I think we're trying to figure it out, and I think we want to be partners in that.
I bet she has more song.
I know, but that doesn't sound like an answer.
No,
It sounds like
we asked
people
before.
talk
They
like,
said
"Well, I
no.
don't know. Which
Before it was too
side
late.
are you on? Which side 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 are you on? Now, commissioners, we're going to let you sit here and do what it is you have to do, but we are going to go out here and have a press conference about the same issue that we have been bringing to you over and over again while we leave you to decide which side you're on. Thank you.